Hello, hello, hello. I'm the PaintedDog and welcome back to another episode of our vanilla City Skylines Let's Play series. I hope you're having a lovely day. My day is actually quite good, thanks. As you can see, the traffic is a bit wonky here because this is the road or the interchange that leads up to the airport, and I took out the traffic signs there, stop signs there, so we'll just keep an eye on that because the traffic might be a bit wonky here, but we'll see. We'll see. Now, off screen I did a bit of beautification. I added in a couple of conifers along here and a couple of other trees and bushes around here. So, let's see how that goes. We are almost making or getting a profit from this, but that goes up and down. So, we'll keep an eye on that. As you can see, our profits are dwindling a bit, but as I said, that jumps up and down. We'll keep an eye on that now. So, first things first, we need to get areas connected. And the fastest way for that is we need residential and we need commercial. And we need students in here. If you take a look here, we are at 328 students out of 500. Campus attractiveness is still great, but we need students and academic work, so we boosted up the academic staff. And now we need more citizens. And we added in these roads, so we might as well do a bit of zoning here, hey? So first up, let me get this in. And I won't let you sit through all this. So let's see if we can get a couple of people in here. And you just saw a short 20-second time lapse where I added in a couple of buildings, or actually commercial and residential zoning, just to help spread the electricity and the basic needs to get this medium demand for commercial and residential zoning a bit down. We'll probably be zoning high density only in this area, but we'll just take a look at that. As you can see now, the weekly income is now up to 16,000 and 18,000 is jumping around. So, yeah, it's a bit more volatile, but we'll just have to take a look and see if that gives us major issues or not. So we have this area that needs to get zoned in, so we'll get that done over the course of this episode. We do have some public transport in here, a couple of bus lines, and there's a monorail station here that's connect. Okay, let's quickly see. Campus attractiveness is great. Students are going up, and we have one academic work. We are still unrecognized, and we'll get this unlocked as soon as we can. But now we'll just keep it like this. Okay, so get back to our public transport. We have a metro station right there. We have a monorail station connecting up there. We have bus lines connecting up all these areas. So that's basically great. I also added in a couple of extra pedestrian pathways there. And this all it's connected up to the disaster response unit, sightseeing bus depot, biofuel bus depot, taxi depot, and ferry depot. And obviously we need a medical clinic around here as well. And the anchovy fishing harbor. I almost forgot that. So we have this. And as you can see, I removed the majority of the trees in here. Especially the big trees. But the small ones I just left for now. So as soon as this gets filled in and our electricity gets connected up there, that would be great. But for now, we can just get these areas zoned in. Just a couple of buildings. I'm thinking of leaving this bit. We might want to extend the road, but I don't think it would be necessary. But then again, this is the only road in and out of this area, so it might get a bit busy, but we'll see. We might have to pepper in a couple of these academic buildings throughout here, but that's why we have this big area this big district for our campus. Right there. Okay. See, our weekly income is now up to 28,000, which is great. So if you take a look at the traffic, our traffic's doing fine. This small roundabout, whatever you want to call it, that's a bit of an issue. The airport, that's sorted out now for now, but we'll need to keep an eye on that. That's just busy. That roundabout's busy, that road's busy. Traffic's flowing there, it's just busy. The same with this. By just adding in this, as I said in the previous episode, you won't see this in real life, but here you see it and it works. It helps to prevent traffic building up there. Now roundabouts are a bit less standstilly. I blanked a bit on a word there, but the traffic's flowing a bit better there. This roundabout is getting used now from traffic coming through here to basically sidestep this roundabout, but that helps us at the end of the day. And a lot of traffic here, but it's for vehicles going in and out. These small warehouses might be an issue, but we'll see. Now we are working up towards a population of 60,000, so we can unlock this tile. If we unlock this tile, then I want to continue highway from basically here, or interchange here, through here, to connect up to somewhere along here. Then we can work around and change up the road layout here a bit, just to help traffic flowing. But for now, we need residents. So let's go ahead and let's do a bit more zoning. As you just saw, I did staggered zoning because I want specific size buildings. And it might look a bit strange with just high density, so we might want to rework this and add in a couple of low density buildings in here as well. But I think that would be fine. It won't be too big an issue. But we'll just keep an eye out on that. Let's stagger that a bit. And do something like that. Now, the road layout here is a bit strange. Sometimes when you upgrade or downgrade these roads, it can get fixed. Just sometimes. But in this case, it didn't get fixed. So we'll just have to do something like that. And I like adding in these bits just randomly like this, so we can have oddly shaped buildings, oddly sized buildings. I think that might help us quite a lot. So let's take a quick peek at how this again. Our students are going up, which is great. Campus attractiveness is going up, the same with academic works. So we just might be able to get to a recognized reputation level the next academic year. So as you can see, the simulations are a bit slowing down a bit because of all the simulations running at the same time. Our 1 speed and our 3 speed is the same. Yes, my PC is a bit older now, so we just might have to upgrade one of these days, but for now we'll make do with what we got. Luckily it's not as stuttery, just let me know in the comments if it is, as one of our previous Let's Plays with different mods. So hopefully this fire can be extinguished before the entire park is demolished. Take a quick peek here. Our hazard is a bit high. We might want to add in a couple of these buildings. I went ahead and I did build up a couple of these watchtowers along the way, but we just might have to build another fire. But there's one right there, fire helicopter depot, so I'm not really too worried. It looks a bit strange now because this was the last tile that we bought. You can see where the actual border is of this. There, up to there. Because of the trees and basically the foliage just dying out there. But I want to extend our road networks through here and get this all connected up. As I said, and you might know this, I'm not in any way in the city planning or anything like that. I'm a microbiologist by trade. I might be messing this up, but for now, it's working for me. The road layouts are not the best, and there's a couple of things that you'll see here that you won't see in real life, and it's spaghetti highways, but our traffic's still fine now. We're not at a huge population, but hopefully this will help us, and hopefully these interchanges will stay as efficient as they are now, or improve. I don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth. If it wants to improve, that's great. Do a bit more zoning. I like zoning the commercial buildings and such along these roads because they are busy, and you won't really mind if your business is next to a road that's a bit noisy, but you don't want to live next to it. Yeah, this roundabout might be upgraded later, but for now, that's fine. It's fine like that. What we do need over here is a couple of parks, because we don't have any. So I'm really tempted to maybe include a city park in here. I think that might be the way to go. Okay, that's fine. Let's see if we can get a couple of these buildings in. Now I will demolish a bit of this. But that's okay. That's okay. Let's try and expand this. Just a little bit. Otherwise we just might have to get in a normal, one of these pre-built parks. Because it might be a bit, because it now cuts off a bit of our academic area. But we'll work around that, if that happens to be a problem later on. Get a side gate up. I don't want that connected like that. I want something like this. We want to have a lot of buildings through here, or a lot of entrances. But just something along this line. Now we can add in a couple of these attractions. Don't want a lot. Just want enough so that residents can have a place to go and have a lunch. Hopefully that's connected up. This one won't be. You can see this one complaining, so it's probably connected up. And now we can add in a couple of gazebos in here. As I said, just a small park for our residents to be able to enjoy what this park has to offer. And we can get a bit higher land value in here. So now that's basically filled up, so we'll definitely need to expand into this area. So let's pull up our terrain overview, and now we need to work around the terrain, because I like working around the terrain and not bulldozing everything and using the terrain editor to get everything the approximate same height above sea level. I don't really like doing that. Yeah, something like that, you see. Let's get the road guidelines up. And let's go up approximately 11. Or whatever that is. And now we can work around this. See, there's now one of our own boulders in the way. I'm gonna stop there and just connect that up like that. We're not too worried about efficiency of a layout and all that. I just want as much population that I can fit in here as possible. Something like that, and now we can go around. Get that connected like that. I don't really want to go too close to this. As you can see, there's ground pollution and air pollution or drinking water pollution. So I might just keep these ones, but we'll have to connect those up in some way, but we won't be placing any residential buildings there. So let's do something like this. And just get that connected up as seamlessly as possible. And now there's another major potential contaminant area, but we'll work around that. It's a bit strange road layouts here, but I think we can still work with that. And get that connected up. So, this will be our new residential area with a bit of commercial along the way. It's not the best looking, but as I said, we can make do with it. So let me get this upgraded and I'll bring you back as soon as I can. And the new area is laid out. Let me quickly show you. The roads were upgraded and already placed in the water, as you can see there. I placed in elementary school, firehouse, medical clinic, high school and police station, and we built up a small, just a small park in there. A normal city park. Don't really want this to be upgraded to the highest level, but we'll see what happens to it. We might just have to get a couple of buildings in there just to get it to upgrade, but for now we can use this. Get a couple of commercial buildings in there at least. Added in a couple of pedestrian pathways. There's one for a bicycle lane and one for pedestrians, and then around here just to get the zoning to behave a bit better. Added in those as well. So we'll definitely have to add in a couple of commercial lots in here, just to make sure that the electricity does spread to the other areas. See, this one is connected. Now we need to connect that bit up there. And what we also can do to help that is to add in, want to place commercial maybe on this inner or this outer circle here, but we might have to get a bit sneaky with this. Get one of those in there. Now everything's connected up with electricity and water, which is great. You can see we're making 49,000. I think it might be with this. Yeah, just making about 100. And then all our exports. I believe our farm is making quite a bit, 11,000 just from a farm, which is great. Wood, 148. Now fishing might also be making a bit of cash, but nah, that's fine. We're almost at the student limit, so that's great. But now we need to build up a couple of buildings, eh? Need to add in a little bit of high density in here as well. Just small amounts. Pocket here, pocket there. Now here I don't want any residential, because if you take a look here, there's a bit of pollution over here. So let's add in just a little bit of commercial along here. And we'll do the same on this bit, but for now that's fine. So now we can add in this. And then hopefully we can let this run. And we can get ever closer to our population milestone. It used to be 40,000, so we can get the airports unlocked, but now it's not 40,000 anymore. We want to get everything, all the tiles unlocked. Then we can work around that, eh? So let's get a small building in there. We need a bit of high density in this area as well. Now we can go ahead and do a bit more drastic zoning in here. I'm not too sure if I want to zone here, because that might delete. I'm not sure if it will delete it, but it just might delete our nice looking boulders there. And we don't really want that, hey? So yeah, let's get this zoned in. Take you out. Get a bit of high density in there. Same with over there. Let's get just a little bit. But little height variation. And we're losing a bit of population, but I think that's mostly people who die off of our citizens. We have 29% seniors, 30% adults. So, yeah, we are still fine there. This is now getting ever closer to the amount of students that we need. We have varsity sports, we have a couple of policies in there. So that's great. We can get this to the amount of students and where academic works, and we can get to the recognized university. That would be awesome. But this will be the end of this episode. We go and have a look at our airports again. Now we are losing a bit of money, but that comes and goes as you just saw. But yeah, this will be the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Cheerio.